Have you ever noticed how those who mistreated you now seem to do everything they can to avoid your gaze? It's as if the mere presence of a chosen one is unbearable for them. And indeed, it is. When someone mistreats a chosen one, they are messing with forces much greater than they imagine. These people, who once felt powerful trying to bring you down, now find themselves trapped in a web of regret and shame, unable to bear the truth that their light reveals. What changed? Why now, before you, do they seem so fragile and evasive? This reaction is not chosen by chance. You carry with you a truth that many prefer not to face. Their strength and resilience are an unrelenting mirror that reflects the reality of the actions they tried to hide. And it is exactly this reality that they cannot bear. Seeing you thrive, move forward, and overcome the challenges they themselves have placed in your path is an experience that confronts them with their own flaws and limitations. They are hiding, not just from you, but from what you stand for: truth, integrity, and justice. When these individuals avoid you, they do so because your presence brings to light all the mistakes they have made. They feel the weight of guilt and remorse, and every time they see you, it's as if those feelings are magnified. They know that the chosen ones are not someone who can be erased or diminished, and this realization consumes them. What was once an attempt to subjugate you turns into a painful awareness that by trying to destroy you, they have only strengthened your light. And that light, now brighter than ever, is something they can't face. What they don't realize is that by running away from you, they are running away from themselves. The shame they feel is a reflection of the greatness that the chosen one manifests. Their every victory is a reminder of the opportunities they missed, the wrong choices they made, and the path of darkness they chose to follow. This desperate escape is an attempt to escape the reality that you, with your presence, insist on revealing. And no matter how hard they try, there is no escaping the truth that their life as the chosen represents. Follow me to the end of this video as we delve into 7 reasons why those who mistreated you now can't face you. You will understand how your light exposes the shadows they try so hard to hide, and why your existence is a constant reminder of what they would like to forget. Prepare to discover how your journey of resilience and growth as a chosen not only strengthens you, but also reveals the true nature of those who tried to bring you down. If you've ever felt like those who have wronged you are now pulling away, now is the time to understand why. Before we continue, subscribe to our channel to be part of our community of support for God's chosen ones. For those who tried to tear you down, the pain of watching you thrive while they feel spiritually empty is unbearable. They know they have strayed from what is right, and this realization haunts them. You have become the symbol of what they could have been if they had followed the path of truth and integrity. Now, they are trapped in a place of darkness, where the light you emanate is both a beacon and a mirror reflecting their own spiritual failings. This feeling of spiritual misalignment also makes them question everything they have done so far. They begin to realize that by trying to harm you, they were actually sabotaging themselves. And this revelation makes them deeply uncomfortable. They know they need to reconnect with their spirituality, but each time they try, they are reminded of how far they have strayed from trying to take down a chosen. This pain is an open wound that only begins to heal when they finally face the truth of their actions and seek their way back to wholeness. But while they struggle with this misalignment, the chosen one must continue to move forward, steadfast on their spiritual journey. Your connection to what is true and fair is what sustains you, and that is what they envy most. They see in you what they missed, the peace of mind that comes from living in alignment with your values. For them, this is the greatest punishment. As much as they fear, they know they cannot regain that connection until they face the truth and seek redemption. Thus the chosen one becomes the living example of how true strength comes from spiritual alignment, something they now realize they have sacrificed. The chosen one carries a light that few understand, and that light has the power to expose the truth hidden in the shadows. When those who mistreated you finally come face to face with this truth, it's as if the reality they knew falls apart. They, who for so long hid behind illusions and justifications, are now forced to face what they really are. This realization is a hard blow, because what they see in the reflection of their gaze is no longer the distorted image they created for themselves. Now they see the depth of the damage they caused and the truth they tried to bury. This revelation consumes them because, for the first time, they are unable to hide the truth from themselves. The Chosen One serves as a powerful mirror, reflecting back all the darkness they tried to sweep under the rug. There's no denying it anymore, and it's devastating for them. The shame they feel is not just a reaction to other people's judgment, but a response to their own conscience, which until then was silenced. This is the moment when the veil of ignorance is torn, and they are confronted with the stark reality of their actions. Imagine, for example, that family member who always tried to diminish you, as if your light overshadowed them. Now you're thriving despite everything. He realizes the colossal mistake he made. This perception is not something he can shake off with a simple thought. It's a truth that weighs on him like a mountain, crushing the illusions that once comforted him. And this happens because the presence of the Chosen One is a constant reminder that the truth always comes to light, no matter how much they try to hide it. The presence of a Chosen One is something that cannot be ignored. For those who have wronged you, every encounter with you is a painful reminder of what they have done. It is as if the universe is giving them back the full weight of their actions through their strength and resilience. They begin to realize that no matter how much they tried to bring you down, you stood up stronger than ever. For them, this is an unbearable truth. The shame they feel is not just because they failed to destroy you, but because they realize that you are unbreakable. This realization of the error is just the beginning of what will be a long process of reflection and, who knows, regret. The hardest thing for them is to recognize that, by trying to hurt you, they only revealed their own weakness. You forced them to confront the reality that their actions were not only wrong, but also futile. The pain and shame they feel now are proof that the truth cannot be buried, and that the light of the Chosen will always prevail. Now, they find themselves stuck in a web of their own mistakes. Each time they meet you, they are forced to revisit the moment they chose the wrong path. And each encounter is a new chance to realize that your presence, as the Chosen One, cannot be erased or ignored. You become the catalyst for a change they never wanted but is now inevitable. The strength of the Chosen is something they underestimated, and this realization weighs on them like a sentence that cannot be revoked. Ultimately, you, the Chosen One, not only survived, but flourished. And this reality, more than anything else, is what haunts them most. They realize that while they tried to destroy you, they only managed to strengthen your light. Now, every time they see you, they are confronted with the inescapable truth that you, as the Chosen One, are the embodiment of resilience and truth, something they will never be able to erase. And it is exactly this truth that leaves them so full of shame and unable to face you. The loss of respect weighs heavily on those who have mistreated a Chosen. When you reveal your true strength and character, those who underestimated you are faced with the reality that their actions not only hurt you, but also destroyed the image they had of themselves. Respect, both from others and themselves, begins to disintegrate as they realize the extent of the mistake they have made. They find themselves deprived of the respect they once believed to be unwavering, and it is devastating. For these people, the respect that others had for them was a kind of social currency, something that validated their choices and behaviors. However, by mistreating a Chosen, they realized that this currency was drastically devalued. The actions they took against you now come back to haunt them, not only because they have lost your esteem, but because they have lost the respect of those around them. And even worse, they began to lose respect for themselves. This blow to self-esteem is difficult to bear. Those who once saw themselves as figures of authority or influence now feel that authority slipping through their fingers. When they were previously respected, they are now viewed with suspicion, or worse, with contempt. This decline in how they are perceived is a heavy burden to bear. And it's even more difficult because they know, deep down, that all of this is a direct consequence of their choices when dealing with a Chosen One. Imagine, for example, the leader of a group who tried to publicly humiliate you. He, who has always been seen as someone worthy of respect, now realizes that his attempt to diminish the chosen one only served to diminish himself. His followers, who previously supported him blindly, begin to question his actions and intentions. And for him, the respect he lost is not something that can be easily regained, because the stain of having mistreated a chosen is deep and difficult to erase. This loss of respect is actually proof that true power lies in integrity and truth. You, as the chosen, have never needed to manipulate or oppress others to gain respect. It came naturally, through her strength of character and her resilience in the face of adversity. Those who chose to mistreat you tried to gain respect through fear or manipulation, and now realize that these tactics are unsustainable. They see respect slipping away like water through their fingers, and there is no way to hold it back. This new state of being, where they see themselves without the respect they so valued, places them in a position of extreme vulnerability. They try desperately to regain control of the narrative, but the truth is that once respect is lost, especially when dealing with a chosen, it is almost impossible to restore. They now understand that genuine respect is not something that is demanded or taken by force, it's something that can be achieved, and they failed miserably in that regard. Every time they see you, they are reminded of this flaw. They realize that instead of undermining their position, they have only strengthened yours. And for them, this is unbearable. The loss of respect is not just a matter of how others see them, but how they see themselves. And this new mirror, which now reflects a flawed and honorless human being, is something they have to live with daily. And as they struggle to accept this new reality, the chosen one moves forward, stronger and more respected than ever. When the true motivations of those who mistreated a chosen come to light, the impact is devastating. These motivations, often hidden behind a facade of justifications and rationalizations, are finally exposed to the light. What once appeared to be a simple difference or conflict now reveals itself as a tangled web of envy, malice, and self-preservation. For the chosen one, this revelation is no surprise. You always knew there was something deeper at play, something that transcended the superficial reasons they gave. But now, those dark intentions are exposed for all to see, and it changes everything. The exposure of true motivations is a moment of clarity for everyone involved. Those who harmed you, now without the masks they wore, are seen in their true form. What emerges is an uncomfortable and often shameful picture. Envy, which may have been the driving force behind their actions, now reveals itself as the poison that corroded their souls. And you become the mirror that reflects the truth of their intentions, making it impossible for them to continue denying what they did. Think about that colleague who always seemed to be in competition with you, trying to diminish your achievements and belittle your skills. He may have argued that he was just looking for the best for the team or that his criticism was constructive. But now, it's clear that this was all a desperate attempt to elevate yourself at your expense, to try to snuff out the light that you, as the chosen one, naturally emanated. This exposure is painful for him, because it reveals not only his flaws, but also the smallness of his intentions. The truth is that, for many, it is easier to live in the shadows, hiding their true intentions from others and from themselves. But you, with your presence and resilience, force these shadows to retreat, revealing what was really behind every word and action. And this is not something they can bear easily. The shame they feel now is not just because they were discovered, but because they realized that their motivations were, from the beginning, undignified and petty. This exposure also creates a shift in the dynamic between you. The power they believed they had over you disappears as their motivations are exposed. They can no longer control the narrative because the truth is now known. And that truth is that they tried, but failed, to bring you down. As the chosen, you stand firm, unwavering, while they are consumed by the shame of their revealed actions. This is the moment when you see clearly what was at stake and how, in the end, his integrity prevailed over his plots. But exposing their true motivations doesn't just affect how you view them, it also changes how they see themselves. Now, without the justifications they used to comfort themselves, they are forced to confront the reality of their own character flaws. They see themselves as they are people who acted out of envy, fear, or hatred rather than principle. And this view is difficult to accept. For the chosen one, this exposure is a silent victory, a reminder that the truth always prevails, no matter how long it takes to reveal itself. But before we continue, have you ever felt like you're navigating a challenging journey alone as a chosen one? Our ebook could be exactly what you need. With deep guidance and insights, it will help you decipher your gifts and better understand your unique experiences. Furthermore, when purchasing the ebook, you join our exclusive community on Discord, a supportive and welcoming space where you will no longer be alone. Here, you will be able to exchange experiences, learn and grow together with people who truly understand your mission and purpose. See more details in the first pinned comment. Regret and remorse are feelings that carry immense weight, especially when those who mistreated a chosen finally understand the depth of the harm they caused. Regret settles like a constant shadow, reminding them that they could have made different choices, that they could have acted with more compassion, more understanding. And now, they are forced to confront the void left by those bad decisions. For you, every encounter with these people is a living demonstration of how remorse consumes them. The pain they inflicted on you now turns against them in ways they never imagined. This regret is not a passing emotion, it is something that remains, eating away at them from the inside. Every time they think about the actions they took against you, they feel the bite of remorse, as if a part of their own soul has been compromised. They recognize that they had the chance to choose another path, a path that could have led to peace and harmony, but instead they chose to follow the path of darkness. And now, that choice torments them. The chosen one doesn't need to say anything, his simple presence is enough to awaken this whirlwind of emotions. Think about that friend who betrayed your trust. He may have felt that his actions would never have consequences, that you would never notice, or that he could somehow justify his behavior. But now, seeing you move forward with dignity and strength, he feels tormented by the weight of his choices. What he thought was a momentary victory now turns out to be a permanent defeat. Regret takes over your thoughts, and remorse is what keeps you up at night, reliving what you did and wondering how it could have been different. Remorse is a constant reminder that there is no going back. They know that the words they said, the actions they took, are written in history, and nothing can erase them. And for them, this is unbearable. The chosen one becomes the symbol of what could have been, the peace and harmony they could have shared, but were sacrificed through thoughtless decisions. They look at you and see a reflection of their own failures, which makes the regret even harder to bear. These feelings of regret and remorse also signal the beginning of potential change. For some, the weight of these emotions can be a catalyst for transformation. They may try to make amends, seek forgiveness, or even change their lives in an effort to right what has been done. But this is not guaranteed. Many will be stuck in this cycle of regret, unable to move forward, stuck in a past they cannot change. For you, it is a powerful lesson in the power of choices and how they shape not only the present, but also the future. While they struggle with their remorse, you move on. And every step you take is proof that life goes on, that the power of a chosen is in moving forward, regardless of the difficulties others have placed in their path. They may feel remorse, they may regret it, but that doesn't take away from the strength you gain from overcoming these challenges. In fact, every moment of regret they experience is a confirmation of their resilience and the light that the chosen one carries with them. And that light is something that no one can turn off. Seeing a chosen thrive is a deeply uncomfortable experience for those who once tried to overthrow them. While you move forward, overcoming challenges and reaching new levels of success, those who tried to harm you are left behind, trapped in their own limitations. With your every achievement, they are forced to confront the harsh reality that, despite all their attempts to sabotage you, you didn't just survive, you flourished. This prosperity they witness is not only a reminder of their strength, but also a painful confirmation of their own faults and failures. For these people, each of their successes is like an open wound. Seeing the chosen one reach heights they never imagined possible awakens feelings of envy and inferiority. They hope their actions would be enough to stop his rise, but what they see is the opposite. You continue to grow, to shine, and every step you take towards your destiny is a blow to your own insecurities. A chosen's success is not just a personal triumph, it is living proof that nothing can dim the shine of someone destined for greatness. Imagine the boss who tried to undermine your work, believing that his criticism and sabotage would be enough to impede your progress. Now he watches helplessly as the chosen one receives recognition for his achievements, is promoted, or reaches new heights. Every advance of yours is a reminder of how much he failed, not only in bringing you down, but also in recognizing the value you always carried within you. And this failure eats away at him, because he realizes that while you grow, he remains stagnant, trapped in his own mediocrity. This confrontation with their achievement is even more painful because they find themselves powerless to stop it. They tried, and failed. Now all they can do is watch as you continue to climb. And for them, this is unbearable. Each new victory of yours is a reflection of your own limitations, and this makes you feel small and incapable. They begin to realize that they never had the power to stop you, because what moves you is something much bigger than any obstacle they could put in your path. Your success is a testament to your purpose as the chosen one. This reality creates an abyss between you. While you continue your journey of growth and fulfillment, they are left behind, paralyzed by their own failures. What was once an attempt to control or manipulate you turns into a bitter acceptance that the chosen one is destined for greater things. And every time they try to compare themselves to you, they become more aware of their own limitations. What once seemed like a competition is now clearly a road you travel alone, leaving them behind. However, for you these achievements are not just about personal victory. They represent confirmation that you are on the right path, that all the difficulties and challenges you have faced have only strengthened your journey. Seeing those who tried to bring you down now having to face their success is a reminder that the light of the chosen is unbeatable. And that light is something you should continue to nurture, knowing that each step toward your mission serves as an example for others facing similar struggles. When those who tried to manipulate or harm a chosen realize they have lost control of the narrative, it is as if the ground has been lifted from beneath their feet. They always believed they could control you, dictate the course of events, but now, seeing your strength and resilience, they feel this false sense of power slipping through their fingers. For them, this loss of control is terrifying because it exposes the truth that they never had the mastery they thought they had. You, the chosen, move forward, unwavering, while they find themselves unarmed and powerless in the face of your light. This feeling of loss of control is what makes them avoid your presence, look away, try to hide in the shadows. They know that before you, the chosen one, there is no continuing the manipulation or power play that once gave them security. Now, all that's left is the discomfort of knowing they no longer have influence over you. And that's hard to accept. You have become an independent force, someone who cannot be controlled or silenced, and this freedom you display is a constant reminder of their weakness. Imagine a scenario where a coworker, who has always tried to manipulate situations in his favor, suddenly realizes that all his maneuvers have failed. He tried to stop you, he tried to divert you from your path, but now he sees that you, the chosen one, are stronger than ever. Frustration and despair begin to take over, as he realizes that he has lost the ability to influence the outcome. This feeling of helplessness is overwhelming, especially when he sees that, despite his efforts, you continue to move forward, impassive. This loss of control also manifests itself in a change in dynamics. Those who once tried to keep you under their thumb now find themselves in a vulnerable position. They realize that the power they thought they had over you was an illusion. You, the chosen one, have proven that your internal strength is far greater than any external attempt at manipulation. And that leaves them feeling helpless, because they realize they never had real control over you or the situation. For them, this new reality is a hard blow. They realize that all the effort they made to manipulate or control you was in vain. What remains is a void, a sense of failure that is difficult to fill. They don't know how to deal with this new situation where you, the chosen one, are the one setting the pace, the one moving forward without being affected by their attempts to stop you. This loss of control isn't just about you, it's about them realizing they were never as powerful as they believed themselves to be. As they struggle to accept this new reality, you, the chosen one, continue to grow and prosper. Her journey is a testament to the power of resilience and independence. And every step you take towards your destiny is proof that true strength comes from within, not from external manipulations. For those who tried to control you, this is a bitter lesson, but for you, it is confirmation that the power of a chosen is unshakable. You have not only regained control of your own narrative, but demonstrated that it was never lost, only challenged. Now you understand why those who mistreated you can no longer face you. Your light, your resilience, and your truth are a powerful reflection of who you truly are, a chosen one destined for great things. Their shame and regret are not your burden, but a clear sign that you are on the right path. Don't forget to check the first pinned comment. If your journey as a chosen one has been lonely and full of challenges, our ebook may provide the answers and support you are looking for. It is full of insights that will illuminate your path, helping you understand your gifts and mission. Plus, you also gain immediate access to our exclusive Discord community, where you'll find support, understanding, and a space to grow alongside other Drew's chosen ones. This is the place where your uniqueness will be valued, and your journey celebrated. If this video brought you clarity and strength, don't forget to leave a like so we know you liked this video, and especially subscribe to the channel so you can be part of the best community of God's chosen ones. Also be sure to activate the bell to be notified of new videos, share with your friends and family, and comment what you think of this message. Take the opportunity to continue your dive into our video shown on the screen or in our playlist of the Secrets of the Chosen, as you will discover that there is a mysterious universe for days of light like you that you cannot miss. Continue strengthening your mind and spirit, for the reward is great. Until next time, and stay firm in your purpose. See you in the next video.